So in the physics department, from this year we have started a new activity which is called as a Brain Diggers Physics Quiz Board. Okay, and the first quiz was asked by me, and that quiz was, we know that what is Newton's first law. Newton's first law is nothing but if the body is at rest, it will continue to be at rest, and if it is in motion, then it will continue its rectilinear motion till any unbalanced force act on the system. Okay, so alternatively what we can say, if the body is at rest, obviously it will be at rest, and if it is moving with constant velocity, it will be always moving at constant velocity unless we disturb that particular particle. Okay, so it can be summarized in the form of this equation. So if force is equal to 0, if no force is acting on the system, okay, it means that if the body is at rest, it means what? Body is at rest, it means that I am not applying any kind of force on this particular body. So if force is 0, then it appears as rest, it means that its acceleration would be 0, right? If it is at rest, it means that its acceleration is 0, right? So this is the mathematical form of the first law. Alternatively what we can say about the first law, that if the acceleration is equal to 0, means what? Even if the body is moving, and suppose it is moving with constant velocity motion can be achieved only when the particle or the body is moving in a straight line, right? So if it is moving in a straight line with constant velocity means what? What is the acceleration? The acceleration would be 0. So if the acceleration would be 0, then also it implies that the force acting on the body would be 0. Okay, so if it is moving with constant velocity, then also it will always move with constant velocity, right? So this is nothing but the force acting on the system would be 0. If there is some net force, whenever I am talking about this force acting on the system, this is not a single type of force, this is the net force which is acting on the system. So if the net force acting on the system is 0, then its acceleration would be 0. It means that the body would either be at rest or it would be moving with constant velocity. Or alternatively, we can say that if the body is at rest or it is moving with constant velocity, it means that its acceleration would be 0 in that case. This implies that no net force acting on the system. The net force acting on the system would be 0. Now Newton's first law, actually it was derived or it was devised only to give the definition of inertial frame of reference. Newton's first law alternatively gives us the definition of inertial frame of reference. Okay, so the frame of reference in which this particular equations are satisfied, such a frame of reference would be called as the inertial frame of reference. Now what was the quiz actually? In which frame of reference these particular laws or these particular equations are not valid? Okay, so the obvious answer is that, okay, in case of non-inertial frame of reference, this particular law or the Newton's first law is not valid. But actually the quiz was not limited only these particular words. We have to, actually it was asked to give the example in which these particular laws are not valid. Okay, mere saying that in the non-inertial frame of reference or in the accelerated frame of reference these particular laws are not valid, that would not do. Actually we need some kind of examples. Okay, then only we would say that we have understood this particular concept. Okay, so okay, who has given this particular answer, that I would tell later on. I would first give the solution of this particular quiz. Okay, since this is a pandemic period, I need to give this particular solution via the YouTube link only. Okay, if you would have been in the colleges, then we would have discussed this particular factor again and again, so that the solution should have come from your side only. But now since the date for solving this particular quiz is now over, and okay, partially I have received the answer. So even if somebody has tried to give the answer partially, but he has thought again and again, so he has tried his level best, so I will give the prize money to that particular person, to that particular student. But before that, what is the complete solution of this particular quiz, that I need to put over here. Okay, now I need to find out the frames in which these particular laws are not valid, and answer is very simple. In the non-inertial frame or in the accelerated frame. Accelerated frame means what? If any frame of reference is rotating, for example, if any frame of reference is rotating, then that particular frame of reference is nothing but the accelerated frame of reference. So in that frame of reference, these two equations will not be valid. These two equations will not be valid. Now in order to give the example, let us consider that our car is moving in a road, okay, or our car is circulating in a road. For example, there is a road, okay, like this, and our car is there. Suppose our car is there. Please bear with me for the diagram. Okay, suppose this is a car, right? And yeah, I will draw this car over here. Okay, so in this car, suppose we are sitting in this car, inside the car we are sitting over there, and what we do, we hanged one pendulum. Okay, we hanged one pendulum on the roof of this particular car. Now the car is rotating, actually the car is rotating, means what, the car is performing accelerated motion. The car is performing accelerated motion. So what you will notice that this particular pendulum does not stay in a straight line. It does not stay in a straight line, rather it makes some angle. The pendulum appears like this. Okay, the pendulum will appear like this. It will make some angle with the vertical theta. It will make some angle with the vertical. So suppose this is a pendulum. Actually what we believe that the pendulum should be like this. The pendulum should be suspended like this. It should appear like a vertical, but actually it would not appear like a vertical. It would make some angle with the vertical. So pendulum will be slanted at some angle theta. So this will be the practical case. Now why, but pendulum is stationary. Okay, pendulum is not moving, right? Means if in a car, inside the car, if you suspend one pendulum will appear that it is making some angle with the vertical, but it is in the stationary position. It is in the stationary position because our car is accelerated. Okay, our car is accelerating, right? Now if it is in a stationary motion, what we can say about this particular law? If it is in the stationary motion, it means that its acceleration is zero. Its acceleration is zero, because we see that the pendulum is exactly in a stationary position. Though it makes certain angle with the vertical, it is in the stationary position. So if it is in the stationary position, its acceleration would be zero. But now we will find out whether the forces acting on this pendulum is zero or not. Okay, so what are the forces acting on the pendulum? You see the obvious force that is acting on the pendulum. The obvious force, remember here A appears to be 0, acceleration is 0. Now the obvious force which is acting on the pendulum is from the gravity. The earth would exert a gravitational force on the pendulum, and depending on its mass, the force mg will act on the pendulum, and its direction would be exactly vertically downward. Exactly vertically downward. What is the another force which is acting on the pendulum? You forget about air resistance. We will assume that the air resistance is 0. Okay, so there is one force which is due to the earth, which is called as a force of gravitation, and it is acting vertically downward. Since the pendulum is attached with the string, the tension in the string will be there. Okay, so another force would be because of the tension in the string. And how the tension in the string acts? Tension always acts along the length of the string. Tension always acts along the length of the string. Okay, so this will be the direction of tension. Okay, it will try to keep the pendulum along its length, no? So the direction of the tension would be towards the axis of, or the point of suspension. Direction of the tension would be towards the point of suspension. So this is the tension which is keeping the bob intact at this particular length. Okay, and the weight, equivalent to its weight, there will be the force mg which is acting vertically downward. Now you see these two forces are acting on the pendulum. Pendulum is appearing like a stationary, therefore we have said here that acceleration is equal to 0. Now these two forces which are acting on the pendulum, you would notice that these two forces are not first of all equal, and also they are not acting on opposite direction. Okay, they are not equal and opposite. If they are equal and opposite, then the net force would have been 0. But you see these two forces are not equal, and also they are not acting in the opposite direction. One is acting along vertically downward direction, one is acting along one is acting along the length of the string. One is acting along the length of the string. So the net force acting on this pendulum, the net force acting on the pendulum is now not zero. It is not zero. Okay, so we have found the first case in which this law is violated. Okay, so this is the first example in which this particular equation is not satisfied. Newton's first law said that if acceleration is equal to 0, then the force acting on the system would also be equal to 0. But we have found that the acceleration of the pendulum is 0, but the force acting on the pendulum is not 0. Okay, so this is the first case. What about the second? Means force acting on the 0 and acceleration is not 0. So how we can found out? So here you see there is a net force acting on the system. In which direction the net force would be there? You see, force due to gravity is acting vertically downward, force due to the tension is acting along this. So the resultant of these two would be like this. There will be the resultant force acting in this particular direction from left to right. Now if I want to make this force as 0, if I want to make this force as 0, what I need to do? I need to apply the force in the opposite direction of this. I need to apply the force in this particular direction, which is opposite to the resultant of these two. Okay, so I need to apply the force. I need to apply the force on this particular direction. Okay, so if I apply the force on this particular direction, the net force would be 0. The net force would be 0. Net force would be 0. But now if I apply the force in this direction, you will see that the pendulum is accelerated in this direction. The pendulum will move in this direction, no, because initially it was at rest and I assume that the total force acting on that pendulum must be 0, but actually it was telling me that no, the total force acting on the pendulum is not 0. But if I want to make now the total force acting on the pendulum is 0, what I need to do? I need to apply the force in this particular direction, so that the magnitude of this force must be equal to this and the direction are exactly opposite. So the two forces would be equal and opposite, so that the net force acting on the system or the pendulum would be 0. But you will find that when I apply this force on the pendulum in this particular direction, the pendulum will also move in this direction. So I am applying the force so that the net force acting on the system is 0, but it implies me that the acceleration would not be 0. The acceleration would not be 0. So there would be some motion of the pendulum. Pendulum will move on the left hand side. So I cannot say that acceleration is 0. I will have to say that yes, the acceleration is not equal to 0. So in this particular frame, in the moving car frame, this particular Newton's first law is not 0, and this is the best example to explain this. Okay. So out of so many, actually I have received so many answers, so many students have tried their level best. Actually, what was the intention behind this particular quiz? Actually the students are motivated to solve the problems. Okay, actually the thinking process has to be started. So in order to start the thinking process, I think this particular quiz helps a lot in accelerating or in initiating the thinking process, right? So out of so many answers, whatever answer has given by Mr. Gaurav Satav, okay, he is a student of BSc final year, now 6th semester. So he has solved this particular quiz partially. Okay, out of these two equations he has solved one equation. Okay, so for this I declare that Gaurav Satav is a winner for this particular quiz, and he will receive the amount of 200 rupees from my side. Okay, so I think this particular solution of the quiz will help you in solving the other quizzes in the physics quiz board.